What the fuck is up, everyone? It is time for the Sacrifice Pre Show. Give me just a moment here. I will get this shared out everywhere. All right. I think that is getting close to everyone. I'm getting pretty good at this shit. All right. So I'm going to look at pinning the link here. LD, welcome to the show. There we go. I have the call-in link pinned to the top of the show as well. Giving it a few moments for everyone to get in. Can you hear me all right, LD? Jeff Matthews, welcome to the show as well. Awesome. Giving it a couple minutes for people to get here. We are going to get, of course, the pre-show going, go over the card. Have the opportunity for you guys to call in as well. After the card itself has been discussed, talk about your match, talk about an interview. But I will say here, before we get to too much of that, there is something I want to address. And very unfortunate situation to address, but it also plays into everything I say every week, honestly. So I'm going to completely peel back the curtain here. I live in Nebraska. Have for a long time since I moved out here from Virginia. Now, at the end of every show, I always tell everyone, take advantage of every moment you get, because there may not be another opportunity. You may not have a second chance. And that became very prevalent yesterday when a series of tornadoes went through the Midwest area. And unfortunately, Nebraska got hit pretty hard. We are okay, as you mentioned. Thank you very much, LD. Yes, we are okay, but three different places within an hour from me all got hit hard. So, as Ken, not even Mordrin, as Ken, I'm asking for everyone's thoughts and prayers for those who are suffering and who have lost something, if not everything. So, Yes, Atticus and Azrael. Yeah, I know they're okay. We've been speaking with them as well. The thoughts and the prayers for, like I said, everyone, not just in Nebraska, but for the entire Midwest region. Because yes, I talk more about Nebraska because I live here, but there were touchdowns throughout the entire Midwestern region of the country. So for everyone that's been affected, definitely thoughts and prayers from myself. And I ask for you guys to do the same for them. Thank you very much, Clinton. Joker, welcome as well. Leo Angel, welcome. Like I said, I just wanted to take a few minutes to discuss that just because of how much I say every show to make the most of every opportunity. And unfortunately, yesterday was a very painful reminder of why that's so important to me. Hey, sis, that's okay. I took a couple minutes to address kind of what we were talking about last night with the storm situation. So I was really just taking the time to address that before we got anything underway. So you're not really late. And now that that is done, of course, this wouldn't be a pre-show for a special event without at least someone on a panel. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pre-show panel, Mrs. Shoetaker.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you all hear me all right?
I can hear you well. Wait to see if they can hear you good.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? There she is. Hi, LD. Okay, now you can hear me.
Okay, I was saying I could hear you fine, but I got these big ass cans on my fucking head.
Yes, okay. Wrestling Mama hears me too. God bless you, Wrestling Mama, with your hearts. Matt Storm, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the show, Matt Storm. So tomorrow.
Yes,
Tomorrow is the day.
Is the day.
Our biggest show of the year, Sacrifest. Huge card lineup. Gonna steal the entire show, show everyone why we are who we are. And we're gonna get right into it with some major news stories. The first news story, of course, is going to be
Hi,
Leo. After Sacrifest, we are taking a week off. However, there will be a Sacrifest post show Wednesday night when Wicked normally goes live. And the reason we're making sure for that show is because at Sacrifest, we have 2 contract case matches. One for the men, one for the women, which we'll get to. But those cases will be opened on the Wednesday post show. So we will see who is exactly getting what opportunities.
Interesting.
Another story that came out this week that I feel I should probably address.
Yes, you should, Mordred.
The comments by one Robert Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did get test run, and I can say he was not lying. With a 99.8% accuracy, he is my son. I don't agree with the way he's gone about business.
Oh no. Saying it mildly.
And I will say this right now. Tests don't matter.
I had to take a drink.
Tomorrow, because I know you all are listening somewhere. Tomorrow, you four will step in the war zone with me and my assembled team. And when that door slams shut, family don't matter. And the only blood that matters is what's going to be spilled. You have tried to take this course and destroy this company. So now there are consequences for actions. I do address the other hand, though. If they win, it was in the contract. They will all receive title opportunities. If they lose, they're fired.
Thank you.
Is it family or not? That contract is a contract. That doesn't matter.
How do you think I feel, Wrestling Mama? It was his son that freaking helped take out my husband 3 times. He himself took out my son twice. Yeah, and their floozy that they run around with took me out twice. Yeah, I'm not happy about this either, Wrestling Mama. Sorry, he's your son, but he's an ass.
Well, I mean, my moniker has always been the East Coast bastard.
Yeah, that's why I called him the asshole.
So I guess in that case, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
No, don't.
But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But on to the rest of the show. Because the War Zone is only one of the matches. We've talked about those contract matches. 6-way match. The rules are very simple. It's under elimination. The first 2 people that are eliminated, they're done. You get nothing. After the first 2, each person gets a case based on when they were eliminated. Now, inside of those cases, and we're going to open them up on Wednesday night, as I was saying, one of them has either a ravishing pair or a dominating duo tag team title match. One of them has an international or intercontinental title match. One of them has a world title match. And the 4th case is holder's choice. So as long as you can outlast the first 2, you're guaranteed a title opportunity.
Now, choice. That means, like, let's say it's a female or a male, whatever. They can choose any title that they are viable to go after.
Yes, so if you hold the holder's choice and you want to have a world title shot, maybe someone like Goddess, who's been a multi-time world champion, but she's never held the Intercontinental title. Maybe she wants to set history with that. She could do that. Unfortunately, she's not in this match, but for example.
Interesting. I like that.
And speaking of people in the match, we've only announced 2. 2 on the men's and 2 on the women's out of the 6. Here today, I'm announcing 2 more in each.
Ooh, okay.
The last 2, you just got to show up to the show and find out.
You gotta stay tuned.
So on the men's side, we had already announced Matt Storm, of course, winning that opportunity. Demon Joker also winning an opportunity. 2 of the 4 men joining them will be Clinton McCleary.
Nice. Okay. Hey, Clinton.
And Captain Demented.
Oh, yeah, my bro. All right. Family.
And then, of course, 2 more people will be joining them. Missy Harris, welcome to the show as well.
Hey, Missy.
So, for what you know so far on the first 4, what are your thoughts on that from the men's side?
I just said my brother for the win. No, they're very good choices. Matt Storm is formidable. I don't think he's met Captain before. So
Yes, they have.
They have? Okay.
Matter of fact, when Demented returned to the company, Matt Storm, he was the mystery opponent of Matt Storm.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And picked up a win over Matt Storm.
Yep. So he's got that.
However, Demented lost the Joker in singles competition.
No, it's my half brother for the win. That's my thoughts on that one. Now,
well, and that's what makes this match interesting, is because as long as you outlast the first 2,
you're
you could be a winner.
Yeah, it's just what
if you're the 3rd guy out and your case is the world title shot.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or you're the 3rd guy out and they hand you the holder's choice. Each case is closed. We will not know until Wednesday what they receive.
It's gonna be
that's what makes this match unique. Is the very Demented could win the whole thing, the last man standing, and get a tag title shot.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
without a partner right now.
Yeah, without a partner. Poor guy.
Which leads into another layer of dimension. If you're a singles wrestler and you get a tag title shot, you got to find a partner you can trust.
I mean, this is true. I mean, there's a few on your roster. I'd think that he'd snag up. 2 come to mind right away.
Now, on the women's side of things, we, of course, had already announced Susie won an opportunity. Rebel, based on her performance in an elimination match, was given an opportunity. We're going to announce 2 more right now. One of them, Lady Devil.
Lady Devil. Let's go.
Another one, since I also see she's sitting right there, Missy Harris.
All right. There we go. That's a good lineup right there.
So out of the 4 known women, where do your thoughts lie on that?
Susie's a veteran. She's been tough lately. I always love the underdogs. I always love the newbies. She's Spitfire personified. She's all of Wrestling Mama and then some. I'm pulling for Missy to be the underdog, the dark horse in this. That she could just run away. Now, what title she would end up with at the end is whatever. But I'm thinking she's going to be one of those that that got one of the cases at the end.
I mean, you have Missy, who's been in the company when it started, left for a while, now recently back. You have both Susie and Rebel. They're both former Intercontinental champions.
Now, be that as it may, there's Rebel Outlaw. She is the daughter of Matt, and just like Missy, she is all of her father. So she could also be one of those to get the case.
And then, you can't discount Lady Devil, who has been with the company pretty much since it opened, but has not won a championship.
No. And I think it's not coming because I'm dear long friends with her, but I think it's her time to get one. And she too will be one of those that will get one of those cases. Which one it will be is up to whatever you do on Wednesday to determine that. But I'm thinking Rebel and Missy and LD will be one of the threes that will have one of the cases. Which one? Like I said, we don't know, but yeah.
So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Plus the fact that on both of those matches, there's two more people they don't know about yet.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see who they are.
Two wild cards, so to speak.
Yep. Jokers. No pun intended, Brooklyn.
Cowboy John, welcome to the show. We're doing our pre-show here.
Get in the car, John.
Now, another match on the card. The longest reigning champions of any division have been the Death Ride, Max Blaylock and Shadow Press. They have beat everyone that's been in front of them when the gold is on the line. And I emphasize that for a reason. Because their opponents, they want a tag scramble. And they are the only team to consistently beat the Death Ride in non-title affairs. That being Blaze and Jinx McCoy, the Steel City Committee. Because I actually did some checking on the records, and as a matter of fact, every time that it's been a non-title match, Death Ride's lost. They have not won a single one against Blaze and Jinx.
Yep.
So will that run continue in terms of their title defenses? Because they're still champs. They haven't lost a title defense. Or will Blaze and Jinx finally be able to put it together when the gold's on the line? That's been the key.
Very interesting.
Yeah, out of the tag division versus Death Ride, they have the best winning percentage. Out of any other team in the division.
Yep.
Whether you factor both title and non-title. So the question is, when the stakes are at the biggest, can Blaze and Jinx put it together?
I've watched Jinx when titles and big opportunities are on the line, except for this last one. There's big moments, and he tends to, sorry, Blaze, tends to fuck up.
That'll be the key.
Now, in the Max, he's like, oh no, history will repeat itself. They do know that at some point they will come up and they may lose the belts, but it's not going to be tomorrow.
We'll definitely see. Like I said, the Steel City Committee, out of all the teams in the division, have shown they can do it.
But will they?
Now they just have to do it when it counts.
Yep. And if you look at, if I'm not mistaken, Ripper and Joker were in this same situation. They had beat them prior in a non-title. They got to the title shot, and Shadow Press and Max still have them belts over their shoulders, because when push came to shove, Max and Shadow Press walked in as champs and walked out as champs.
And like I said, that'll be the key, because yes, they did do that, but they've only beat the committee once.
Right.
Or the committee has beaten Death Ride now 3 times.
Yeah. But I also, like I was mentioning, Jinx tends to fuck up. Shadow Press and Max seem to be more of a unit, and yeah, they can falter and flounder, but like when push comes to shove, bam, they're the unit, and they're bam, 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 in and out as a champ.
And that's what we're going to see.
Yeah. So
if I had to pick any point during their reign that their titles have been in the most jeopardy, though, I would say it's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. But he said it's his birthday last week, so they're going to win this week.
Hey, if that was the case, I'd have a lot more world titles to my name.
That's what the dude said. I'm like, okay, let's roll with that. So, yeah.
And speaking of tag titles, the women's tag titles on the line. The Ravishing Pair titles, the Silent Death. Up against the Resistance Order. A chance for the Resistance Order to make history. They won the #1 contenders match. So now they'll face, if they win, they'll be the first ever 3-time Ravishing Pair champions. Steffi already has history. She is a 3-time champion. Twice with Lita in the Resistance Order, once with Jerica Page.
Right.
In their way, though, a team that's 2-0 against them. I mean, that's the thing. As I saw Lita's comments and everything, and yes, I fully understand where she's coming from. I've been in that road.
So what?
But the reality is, they haven't beat the Silent Death ever. The Silent Death, kind of like the Death Ride, came out of nowhere. They were literally, the day they debuted, they were put in the Contenders Tournament. They went through the whole tournament, won the titles, and then held them in the rematch. As a team, they have not lost.
No.
Now, in singles competition recently, we did see the Resistance Order go up 2-0 on them. But that's in singles competition.
Right.
So, history's on the line.
Yep.
But a very tough situation to be in looking at history.
It is. I agree. Totally agree.
And of course, we brought up with all these teams. I mean, yes, the same people can team up if they want to, but after Sacrifest, other than the champions, all tag teams are reset. So yeah, you can say, hey, I still want to team up with this person, but that person may go team up with somebody else.
Yep.
Thank you very much there, Cowboy John. Yep. Definitely, if you like what you're seeing, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you are new and not a member of the Eternity Broadcasting family, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a minute of the action. Also, if you do want to call in and talk about your matches, when we get through the cardio part, there is a link. I already pinned it to the top of the chat for a direct link to call into the studio. Another match that we have, this one was actually set up in the chat at the show. A women's Hell in a Cell with Goddess of Pain, who issued the challenge.
Yeah.
And she kind of does this. She did this last Sacrifest too.
Yes, she did. You said if you're not on the card, make your opportunities.
She's consistently found ways to do so.
Yes, she
It would be the Goddess of Pain versus Crushing Kelly Black versus Wrestling Mama versus Sarah Slayer Black. Inside the Cell. A match I know you're very familiar with and comfortable with.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who to pick. Go Wrestling. Fans for the win. Who do you pick, though? I mean, honestly.
I mean, that's the thing. Goddess is a 2-time world champion.
Yes.
Wrestling Mama's a former world champion.
Yes. You got Sarah.
Kelly's came close.
Yes.
Sarah is new to the company, hasn't had a title opportunity yet, but she did get a win over the world champion.
Yep, she sure did. So it's like she's got that spitfire, she's got that oomph and momentum. Then you've got the vets, and then you've got Kelly. It's like, who do you pick on this? It's like, You for the
all
win.
four
You for
women.
the win.
Firestar, welcome to the show.
Hello, Firestar.
All
Speaking
four
of
women
Spitfires.
going into this Hell in a Cell are all very capable.
Yeah, they are.
They've all been at the highest level, whether it's when they've won or lost. They've competed at the highest level.
Mm-hmm. Sure have. And they're not staying in that hell in the cell. They're going to be up on top of it.
I got a feeling they ain't going to stay in there because, of course, why would they? Why would they make my life fucking easier?
Goddess wouldn't stay up there. She'd bring the pain, and the best pain. Her and I were a team. I should know this more than most people. She will go up on that cage, throw you off just to laugh at you because of the pain she brought to you. So, yeah.
Why would they make my life easy?
Right? They do the best job outside of the ring. Mordred, we all know this. But, yeah. This will be interesting. That one is the one I am most interested to see. Yeah.
Of course, another match again set up by an open challenge. As Paul Utaker will face Andy Price. No holds barred.
Mm-hmm. Another one, you said, seize your opportunities, make them and grab it and make the most of it. He's been taught that by you, I don't know for how many years. And he wasn't on the card, and he did just what Goddess did. It's like, okay, I'm not on the card. I'm going to make doggone sure I am on the card. And called his out, and Andy did the same, and there you have it.
So, I mean, definitely going to be very interesting, especially when it's a no holds barred situation.
Yes.
Because while a lot of people on paper would look at the size of Paul, Andy's been in there with big guys his whole career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is not new to him.
No. And he's been in with Paul's father, my husband, UT, a few times. He is taller than Paul is. So he knows big men. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be a very interesting.
Yep. It will be. Very much so. No, I'm not going to be biased in that one. I'll be so biased. I am so going to be
saying
biased.
The match he's looking forward to is the world title match. Which we're going to get to that as well. Now, also, I'm not sure what possessed Azrael for this. I mean, it's not something I would personally do.
No, it's not.
But we're going to have a death match.
Yeah, we are.
Blaze McCoy, welcome to the show.
Hey, Blaze.
We are going to have a death match between Azrael Black and Ghazi.
I mean, does he not know that Ghazi plays with skewers on a daily freak basis? And he knows how to use them. He does. Besides barbecue.
He does.
And he pisses around and moans around about Puppet with her chainsaw. And he's going with a death match against people that know how to use skewers besides barbecuing.
That's the thing. He does know it, and he has said he wants that opportunity. But at the same time, I mean, I'm all about, challenging up for an opportunity to make my name. I did that many times in my career. Mm-hmm. But there are some things you just aren't a good idea.
Especially when he has a son, and I'm talking about Ghazi, that used the fucking barricade on somebody. That's the thing. Bother.
In a death match, it's pinfall, submission, or knockout anywhere.
With anything.
I mean, they could literally fight outside the Hampton Roads Arena, go down to the fucking beach and drown one another in the damn bay. It's legal.
Isn't there a warehouse that makes fire extinguishers who's to know that one of them puts fire in the extinguisher and it's not smoke coming out of it, it's actual fire out of a flamethrower? This is what we're dealing with here, Atticus. What?
I mean, that is not a challenge I would have made, just because even if I were to win, the potential long-term effects.
Exactly. And we're not just talking a concussion for 2 months. It could be death
Yeah.
match, okay? Death match. Take it for what it's
And of
worth
course,
there.
we're talking of Azrael. We cannot forget his brother, Atticus, former international
Azrael.
champion. No, Azrael's brother, Atticus,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
former international champion, lost the title to Matt Storm, got injured. He was owed a rematch.
Uh-huh.
When he was cleared to come back, we didn't have a champion.
No, that's true. We did.
War retired because Matt Storm lost the belt to War, who then subsequently retired.
That's right. You're right.
So we held a tournament because I'm not just going to hand you a fucking title.
Of course not. You're going to earn it.
So we did hold a tournament. The winner of that tournament was Drum Monkey, another former international champion. Between the two of them, they agreed 2 out of 3 submission match for the vacant title. Both these men are very well versed in submissions. So it's kind of hard to say who has the edge in this one. I've trained both these men. Said both are very well versed in the submission field. And not only do you got to do it once, you got to do it twice. Both these men are very fast adapters on their feet. So to get 2 submissions is going to be the trick.
Oh.
I mean, that match there has the potential for me to steal the show.
Match of the night. Agreed.
It has that potential to be a sleeper match of the night.
Yeah. Thank you, Blaze, for my song. Oh, it's Selkie. Selkie. It's generic, but I got a Dr. Pepper for you. Okay. Enough with the sponsors. Okay.
Now, on the women's side, Katie Nightwalker, of course, Raven and I's daughter. She's gone through the ranks. She captured the Intercontinental title and has had a stranglehold on it.
Yes, she did.
She has beaten former world heavyweight champions in Shulky. She's beaten former Intercontinental champions to retain it. But now she faces someone who might be hungrier than even she is. Someone who has been with this company since it started. Has never had a one-on-one title opportunity. She's been in multi-title opportunities, triple threats, 4-ways, but she's never had a one-on-one opportunity. That being second generation wrestler in her own right, Sunshine Marigold. Of course, Sunshine went through the qualifying chases, beating Steffi in the finals.
Yeah. Which was, I might add, a hell of a match.
So now we have 2 second generation superstars, both hungry to prove their own identity. But only one title.
I'll make you a title for that, John, just because you said that. I'm bringing you to my company. I'm making that title. You will be the only one carrying that title, and that's what it'll say. Get in the car, John, and it'll have this big car on the face. Okay. Enough.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm going to shock a lot of people when I say this. because my family has always been never bet against a Nightwalker. I put this on your calendar, folks. I'm thinking I'm going with Sunshine. I could regret this. And Raven will probably call me and go, "What are you doing, Tiny? Why did you?" No, I'm going with Sunshine. I don't know.
I mean, of course, personally, I want my daughter to win, obviously.
Of course.
But looking at it analytically, I don't think someone has gone through as much in terms of the qualifying, the chase matches, then the finals. No one has gone through this much that Sunshine has.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's went through obstacle and obstacle and obstacle, and then here she is. That's not taking anything away from Katie.
This opportunity on the biggest stage.
You good?
I'm fine. I don't know what you did.
I didn't do anything. You're the one that fledged out.
Who knows? Because mine thinks you're the other way around.
Let's roll with it.
But yeah, that is the biggest thing, is what Sunshine has gone through to get here on the biggest stage. As I said at the beginning of it, she may be the hungrier out of the two.
It'll be interesting, but yeah, I'm thinking I'm going with Sunshine.
Now, of course, championships, and it was already mentioned earlier, the world heavyweight title. Jester, since he beat Ghazi, has had a stranglehold on that title. Mm-hmm. But recently, he hasn't looked so good.
No, this is true.
He's put on a great match, and then something happens and he loses. His last two outings. Thankfully for him, they were both non-title events. One was a tag match, one was a singles match, but he lost them both, and he was the one pinned. And speaking of hungry, he's facing someone with their first ever singles title opportunity of any singles title.
And I'm very proud of that dude for doing it too.
Ripper Springheel went through the scramble qualifiers, dominated them. Dominated the finals. On the biggest show of the year, gets his first ever singles opportunity, and it's for the world title. Against a champion that's lately been faltering.
Push the button. I can't push the button. It's too far away. My arms are too short.
Lately, just like we said, he's been faltering.
Yeah.
Could this be the right combination?
Could be.
For Ripper to become champion.
Jester has been one of my favorites since he debuted in the DWS, and it wasn't because he was Lita's boo. No, that's notwithstanding. He's been my favorite. His persona, his character, his how he carries himself in the ring. I have just loved watching him. Sorry, Mr. Boo, because you call me Mrs. Boo. Mr. Boo, I cannot. I got to go with the bartender with the mostest on this one. I think it's Ripper's time. And I
Logan, welcome to the show.
Hey, Logan, welcome.
And that's a big point. I've known both these men.
You can kill me later.
Both these men for a long time. Yep. I've been in the ring with both of them on multiple occasions. And what Jester did, ending Ghazi's record-setting title reign, was something nobody saw coming.
Nope.
But it almost makes me wonder, with the last couple of outings we've seen with Jester, has he become complacent with being the world champion?
Or is there something deeper that is?
Because medically he's passed.
Yeah.
He's medically cleared, so it's not like he's injured or anything.
Mm-mm.
And even in his singles match he looked great against Atticus.
Yeah. But
until the end.
Yeah, till the end.
So it almost makes me start to wonder if maybe he's gotten complacent being the champ.
You never do want to get comfortable.
What got him there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I said, Ripper has every outing he's been in since our return to the airwaves has dominated.
Mm-hmm. He's been a force.
So tomorrow could be his crowning moment within the company.
Yeah. Ripper, I'm calling you. I'm telling you right now, if you win, drinks are on me.
Joker even saying as well, he respects Jester, but it's time for Ripper to be the champ.
Mm-hmm. I think it is. I think it's his time. And yeah, I'm sorry, Jester. You know I love you, dude, but I'm calling it. The bartender with the mostest.
Now, we go from someone who's never had a world title match to, on the women's side, two women who have faced each other multiple times.
Yeah.
In Amber Young defending the world title against Cassie Madam Red. Of course, Cassie had the title. Lost it to Amber.
Mm-hmm.
She got her obligated rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Lost again. Went through a 20-woman battle royal to earn this opportunity. So will the third time be the charm? Or will we see Amber's streak of dominance continue? Amber just recently lost a one-on-one match. So you have to wonder if that plays into her mental state going into this, good or bad. She could come in wanting to dominate and prove that she's still that woman.
Nope.
Or did it shatter her confidence? Because she lost to an unknown. Now she's facing someone she knows very well.
Mm-hmm. This time I'm going with my motto. When that was put up, Cassie, she's my girl. She knows I love her to death. I'm going with Cassie. That's my girl. I'm sorry, Amber. You might think you have what it takes. No. Cassie, no. I'm going with Cassie.
At the same time, you really can't argue with that thought.
No, this is true, but I'm going with Cassie.
Amber dominated the four-way to get the title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Won the championship. Retained it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, she's kind of earned the right to say she's the best because she's proved it.
Mm-hmm. It's Cassie's turn to, take her down a notch and take her off that pedestal she's standing on.
If Cassie wins, Cassie will join a very rarefied place in history as a two-time women's world champion.
Yep.
We've only had two others in company history that have held that world title twice.
Who were they?
Goddess.
Okay, I thought that was one of them.
Yep, Goddess is a two-time world champion. And the other is another one of my daughters.
Steffi. No, it would be Katie. No, it wasn't Katie. It would have to be Cassie. No, who is what? Okay. Seriously, who was the other one? You're granted. Who was the other one?
Sophia.
Sophia. Okay.
Back when the company was first starting.
Yeah, that's been way back there. More, I don't even remember what I ate for dinner for last night. telling me something from way back then. I'm glad you got the notes, dude, because I forgot Sophia was in the company at one point. Oops.
Those are the only two women that have ever held the world title more than once. And both of them held it twice.
Yeah, Sophia goes way, way back, too. So that tells you.
So it's Amber's dominance versus Cassie joining history.
I'm sorry, not sorry, Amber. I'm going with Cassie. I'm sorry. Yep.
And of course, folks, as I mentioned earlier, the link is posted is pinned to the top of the show. At least I thought it was.
Yeah, it's up there. You gotta have live chat on.
Feel free to call in on that. Sarah, welcome to the show.
Hey, Sarah.
Because the only match we have left to discuss on this portion is the War Zone. We talked a little bit about it earlier. Dominion has run roughshod over this company. There's no other way about it. They kicked my ass on more than one occasion now.
Yeah.
On the biggest stage. Especially with it coming out that, yes, Robert is, in fact, he wasn't lying. He is, in fact, my son. But that doesn't change the mindset. On the biggest stage of the year, with everything on the line. In the War Zone match. And just to break it down how this is going to work, one person from each team starts. At the end of that time limit, there will be a random coin flip to determine who has the advantage. Then it will be 2-on-1. At the end of that time frame, the losing team sends a guy in and we go back and forth. So once everyone is in the ring or rings, submit or surrender. Pinfalls don't mean a damn thing. Anything goes in the structure. If my team wins, they're fired. But if they win, every member of Dominion will receive a title opportunity.
I don't think I have to say.
LD saying she's hoping they get fired.
Hope they get more than fired. Never mind. I'm sorry. One of them's your son, but.
And as to my team, well, you know Aiden's on it.
Fuck yeah, he is.
The other two people, tune in tomorrow.
I'm sorry. History. Didn't you guys win the last time you faced these 4 motherfuckers?
No.
Oh. Okay, then it's your time to do so. I mean, that does not mean,
as I said,
we get a
they have
rubber
kicked
match.
my ass on more than one occasion.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Unfortunately.
And that is, honestly, folks, that is the panel portion of the show. I mean, we got several people out there with matches tomorrow. I mean, Blaze, I know you're out there. Clinton, you're out there. You know, definitely contact in, guys. Even if you don't have a match tomorrow and you just want to call in and comment.
Right, Missy Morty better win.
So the link is posted at the top. I'm going to throw it out in here again just to make it a little easier here.
LD, I can't stand them for obvious reasons. The one of the times that they beat Mordrin down, I was slapped, held down by their floozy as they dragged Mordrin down the hall and into the ring and she made me call the match. Okay, I do not have any love for these people. I don't care whose son or what son he is. I do not like the four of them. And Mord better win. Mord's team better win.
Atticus Black, you have a match as well tomorrow. There's the link. Definitely. I see Clinton did respond on that. No worries there, brother.
Absolutely, Atticus. I am all with that because if they win, they're coming for you and they will go all guns a-blazing. Look what the hell they fucking did to UT 3 times and my son twice. I mean, these guys need to be stopped. So yeah.
Robert Wade said her, let this past week. He's not here to gain acceptance. He's not here to, have a name, to have my name attached to him. They're here to take over.
Well, we aren't accepting him, so they succeeded on that regard.
They don't want, a piece of, he doesn't want, family acceptance. He wants to take over and destroy. That's why they're together.
Okay. There's 4 of you and let them, I hope they lose. They get fired, but if they don't, there's 4 of you and how many of us on the frick roster?
Yeah, but at the same time, and I've used this same philosophy, the biggest way to take over a company, take their gold.
Yeah. So if they win, guys,
that's what they have the opportunity to do.
Death Ride. If you end up walking on the champs and those 4 win, they're coming for you. 2 of them are coming for you.
Speaking of someone to add in here, welcome to the show, my partner Jake Bagwell.
Hey, what's up, my brother?
How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm having one of them days. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle of Boots and Blood, y'all.
I have a question for you, Morgan.
What is up?
You're talking about this big blowout match. How the state of the company on this one match. Hypothetically, what happens if they win? How do we move forward?
It's already been stated. If Dominion wins, they will receive a title opportunity at every championship they qualify for.
Interesting, because I was just thinking, Austin hadn't made his debut yet.
Oh, I know. Austin is actually scheduled to debut once we switch over.
Well, he's not nothing like his daddy.
No, he's not. I tried to do a payback on him, and
I just want to move forward in the future of this company and see how things are going to go. But
all righty,
Morgan, go ahead.
Oh, just Clinton has sleep, so I was telling him, to have a good one.
Yeah, bye, Clinton. Stay safe out there.
Give me the rundown on this card.
Oh, it's a huge card. Of course, the Warzone match we've been talking about. 2 contract case matches.
Interesting.
Matches. The first 2 people out, you're done. You get nothing. The last 4 will each receive a case, which we will open on Wednesday. Inside that case can be a tag title shot, an intercontinental or international title shot, a world title shot, or a holder's choice.
Wow.
We also have tag team titles on the line. Steel City Committee against the Death Ride.
Go Death Ride.
I knew that was coming.
Go Death Ride.
I knew as soon as I mentioned the Steel City Committee, you were going to be rooting for the other team, no matter who it was. We got on the women's tag titles, the Resistance Order against two people you know very well in the Silent Death.
Hey, that's my girls.
Yeah, well, my girls are on the other team, Jake. Now
Hey,
what are you gonna do?
Tiny, you need to sit down and be quiet and let my girls rise to the top because they were the two baddest bitches on the planet. Yeah, you can wave your hand, yap, yap, yap. But it's gonna go a lot further than yap, yap, yap. But my girls put your girls down and they're gonna be tits up looking at the lights.
We'll see.
Speaking of tits up, we got a women's Hell in the Cell. The Goddess of Pain, Kelly Black, Wrestling Mama, and Sarah Black.
Oh, that's gonna be a hell of a battle there.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm gonna have to go with Goddess.
I mean, she is a former two-time women's world champion. Wrestling Mama, a former women's world champion in her own right. So a lot of experience in there. Recently, Sarah Black beat the current women's world champion in a non-title match.
Sarah's a champion and all that, but if you look at Goddess and Wrestling Mama, that's a ton of experience by itself.
That could be, and that could be the deciding factor.
I mean, I could say, yeah, you're the world champion. You're the best you are right now. But you got to look back and look at them two other women, though. They've been there. They've done that. They set the stick for it,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we got Paul U. Taker, Andy Price, No Holds Barred. Azrael Black.
I love my nephew Paul, but he's gonna have to get his balls out of his wife's purse or something. I'm gonna say Andy's gonna win it.
Of course, we have the Intercontinental title. Katie Nightwalker defends against Sunshine Marigold. Sunshine first singles opportunity.
That's a call.
That's going to be a hell of a match.
But I'm going to give Katie the edge because of that Nightwalker blood.
Of course, we have, speaking of Nightwalkers, Cassie Madam Red challenging Amber Young for the women's world title.
That's going to be an interesting battle there, because Cassie's got a ton of experience, but Amber's known to be the best in the business when it comes to the women.
Yeah, and she does have 2 wins over Cassie already.
So it's just going to come down to what Cassie can bring to the table.
Of course, we have Jester defending the world title against Ripper Spring Heel.
I never bet against the bartender.
And the other match, I'm waiting to say it right now because we actually have him standing by and we're going to get his direct thoughts on it. Welcome to the show, Atticus Black.
What's going on, Mord?
Well, hello, Atticus.
Someone's got an echo.
All right. Hold on, let me see if that's me. All right, can y'all hear me?
Yep, I think it was you.
All right.
No,
Here,
still
here,
echo.
I don't know. Anyway, international title match. I don't really have much to say.
Well, it's going to be you versus Drum Monkey. 2 out of 3 submissions. Of course, you're both former champions.
Yeah, and Drum and I, we have a respect for each other. Our matches that we have spanning across the DWS, not just here in Sacrifice, have been nothing short of, I don't want to say legendary, but they've been fairly decent. And me and Drum, we've built a respect for each other, not just through competition, but outside of the ring as well. What Drum does with the Death Ride alongside Max Blaylock, Andy Price, and Shadow Press, what they've managed to accomplish, not only individually, but as a group, is something that I've always strived myself to accomplish in the ring. So Drum has been sort of that standing point for me to try and live up to for my career so far, alongside a few others. So
And Jeff, you aren't the only person that's pinned Jester here recently. The person on the call as well here, Atticus, did beat Jester as part of the Pick Your Poison.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. But I do want to touch on something that Jake asked earlier about what we're going to do if Dominion hypothetically beats your team inside the war structure. But I don't know what the rest of the roster is going to do, and frankly, I don't care. But I will tell you what I'm going to do and what I know the rest of my family is going to do, Sarah, Kelly, and Azrael. We're going to do the exact same thing that we do every time your family needs our help. And that's come to your aid and fight. The rest of the roster can decide what side to stand on.
Well, when it comes down to that match right now, I have nothing to say. I mean, I'm retired.
Oh yes, Jake.
The
By
only thing
all means, yeah.
The only thing I'm looking towards to is the future of my kid. You know, where he's going to stand after this big match, how things are going to go down. I'm concerned about his future. You know.
And that's what it'll come down to. They will get an opportunity at every championship.
And I'm with Atticus. You and I have history going way back. And whenever you get the call, even if you didn't get the call, I could see something going down. Okay, he's going to need our help. I call anybody in my family. I'm with Atticus. Win or lose, we got your back.
Well, I say I don't have a stake in this. Well, the back of your mind, there is an enforcer, and he's still around.
No, and I appreciate that, but
kind of a stake in.
But like I said, I'm more focused on my kid now. You know what I'm saying?
no, and I do appreciate all the comments, but at the same time, if they win, because I don't plan on them winning. I already have the papers typed up. I just have to put a date on it and sign it.
But this is going to be one of the biggest matches that we've had in a long time here at Sacrifest.
But they will. If
they
win,
you've been down this Morgan. You've been down this road before, you know. You've been jumped before.
Oh yeah.
So what is your thought and take on this one?
I'm gonna go out to defend my company.
I mean, this is the first time that Dominion pulled this bullshit.
It's that simple. I win, I defend my company, and the cancer is gone.
And should you end up losing, there'll be a lot of my family, Atticus' family, and a lot of other people standing around that ringside to make sure they don't do other shit to you when they win. If they win. When they don't win, we'll celebrate. But should they happen to, and they look like they're going to do extra shit like they've known to do, you have a lot of people around that ringside to make sure that don't happen.
Well, and I do appreciate that. I said if they do win, they will get the title opportunities per the contract. They earned at that. And the future, we'll see where it goes.
Yep.
Well, regardless of who wins between me and Drum, if they win, I will guarantee this: me and Drum will do everything in our power to make sure they fail.
Atticus,
sure, every champion will want to do that, because if they don't, no.
Atticus, all I can say in your match is kid, stay focused and keep the pressure on Drum.
He's a tough one.
And I have openly said this match, I said it earlier, when I look at the card, this match has the potential to steal the show for the night.
I mean, like Morgan told me a long time ago, when you get an opportunity like this, you step up and you take it.
Oh yeah, Jake, trust me, I know exactly what's stake in the opportunity at hand, and I know not to lose focus when it comes to these types of matchups.
I
As
mean,
for stealing the show, that's not necessarily my concern. My concern is to go into this match, as Jake said, focus. That's exactly what I am right now. I know there's things on the line at stake for this company that may affect me later, but right now, my focus is on Drum Monkey. I'm going to go into this match. I don't care how long it takes, 30 minutes, an hour, but I am going to make him tap out, not once, but twice. I am going to take that international title and walk out of Sacrifice international champion again. Frankly, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care if it's Drum Monkey, Killshot, or if War remain the champion. My goal for the longest time has been to get this title back. And everybody knows it. I was taken out of competition by Dominion.
Well, the match that finally put you out of commission was the one with Killshot, which, I mean, I give you credit. You defended the title at less than 100%.
Yes, but it all circles back to the fight with Dominion. So, as far as I'm concerned, I need to win this international title because I know what's at stake for other situations in this company, and I need to be prepared if those situations come to light.
Definitely.
well, like I said, though, it's going to come down to staying focused and keeping the pressure up on Drum Monkey. Because Drum Monkey, he's one that kind of come to the back door and beat your ass.
Oh yeah.
Kelly, welcome to the show.
And
Hey,
trust me, that monkey wrench of his, for those of you who have not been in a match with Drum Monkey, I can tell you that is one of the most painful submissions in all of wrestling. And the way Drum applies it, it's not just physical torture, but mental torture as well.
Now, Kelly, Blaze, I know you're still there. LD, Mama, you guys can all call in, talk about your matches.
Yeah, like I said, go back to that woman's match, though. There's a lot of stake at that match. More than people realize,
Which women's match are you talking about,
We have a
Jake?
couple of them.
That world title.
Oh, with Cassie and Amber.
Oh, Cassie, yeah.
I mean, that's
Cassie
got a
wins.
lot.
She takes a rare spot in history. There have only been 2 other women to hold that world title twice.
Match I'm looking forward to is the one with Wrestling Mama, Goddess Sarah, and I believe Kelly. Yes. I don't know if there's any stakes attached to that for the.
Not at this point, no, but of course, as I always say, every match matters because I look at everything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, going to that match, though, like I said before, you just got to look at the experience of the other two. I mean, they've been around the world and back. They got a ton of experience. And I ain't putting nothing past Sarah being a world champion and all.
Well, no, Sarah hasn't won a world title. She pinned the world champion.
Not yet.
But I'm just saying, I ain't saying anything putting past her, though. But I'm just saying, all the experience right there is going to make a big factor in that match.
Oh,
and speaking of that match,
I know my. Go ahead, Mord.
Welcome to the show, Crushing Kelly.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
KK doll, how you doing, honey?
I'm doing as well as possible.
So, to kind of cut everybody off here because it's my show, I can do that. Tomorrow, you step in Fatal 4-Way Rules. First fall wins inside the cell with Goddess, Wrestling Mama, and Sarah. What is your mindset and thought going into this?
Well, Sarah's my sister-in-law, Wrestling Mama, my auntie, being your sister. And guys, her and I going back and forth. It's like a tale as old as time. So,
I'm gonna mute the other people here.
I can't look past these other three ladies because I'm not the only one who's eyeballing the women's world championship or any other women's championship in this company. So it's not like I can underestimate my opponents. This may not have a title shot on the line or a title on the line, but I can't overlook them because they may be in my way on down the line when a title shot or a title is on the line.
No, definitely. And I also got to ask, does it change your mindset going into this match? You know, Goddess is a 2-time former world champion. Mama's a former world champion. Sarah just beat the world champion. All of them have been at that pinnacle point, and you haven't got there yet. Does that change part of your mindset going into this?
There was a time where I felt that if I wasn't there, I wasn't meaning much to this business or meaning much to this company. But I have to throw that out of my mind because, yes, wins and losses matter. Yes, titles do matter. But I can't allow that to define my worth, or if somebody else is a former champion, to define my worth, because I've been in this business long enough to know that I have what it takes. I may not have become women's champion, and the last time I even fought for a women's title match, it was against Goddess of Pain,
which was a very good match and a very close match.
Yeah, and it didn't exactly go my way, but I'm used to Goddess being in my way of something or other when it comes to any title or shiny or whatever. But this is inside Hell in a Cell, correct?
Yes, it is.
Fatal 4-Way. I've been in plenty of Hell in a Cell. I'm not exactly scared of this match because it's not something that I'm new to. It may have been a while since I've been in a multi-person match inside Hell in a Cell, but I am plenty focused on this Hell in a Cell for tomorrow. I mean,
which is what you need to be.
Yeah, I mean, I may have the women's world title and whatnot in the back of my mind, but if I don't have what I have in store tomorrow in the forefront, I might as well have lost already.
No, and that can be a big difference. Like I said, this match, I said, not for a championship or a contentionship, but a lot of experience, showcasing a lot of varying styles of women competitors that have all had success at different levels.
And I'm not dogging my sister-in-law Sarah at all. She's new to the company, not new to the business. She's in my own company, you know, and it's like family for the win when she's able to have a win against a non-title, but a win against the actual world champion. So it's like you gotta give my opponents their props, but you can't just disregard what I've got bring to the table either.
No, exactly, and that's To disregard any of the four of you would be a detriment to the other ones. I mean, you mentioned Sarah being relatively new to Sacrifice. She came in with a huge impact. Off the chart underdog, pinned Amber Young, the world champion. Turned around, did lose to the number one contender in Cassie. So been back and forth. And it will definitely be the biggest stage within Sacrifice that she's been on. You know, that could be another difference. All the other three of you have been at Sacrifest before.
At the big dance, right?
You've all been there except for Sarah. This will be her first time, so that could either go, a case of nerves, or her debut, she shocked the world. Could her Sacrifest debut, she shocked the world again?
Well, I have no doubt she has what it takes to shock the world. All four of us do. I'm just going to do my damnedest so it's not at my expense.
Oh, definitely.
All right, can I say something regarding this?
Yes.
All right, so as an outside source looking in close to two members of this match, Kelly being my wife, Sarah being my sister, I can tell from experience that both these women are at home when it comes to this type of matchup. My sister being young, fresh, new to the business, feels more at home in these types of matchups than she does in most any other types. The cells, the chambers, the steel cages, being enclosed, it does something to a competitor, drawing out some primal instinct within them, like a known sense or need for survival. And I'm sure Mord and Tiny both know what I'm talking about. These types of matchups, they change who you are as a competitor. And sometimes it changes you for the better. Sometimes it changes you for the worse.
No, I've been in many a cell matches before I retired, and I've said before, I got one more left in me, and that's tomorrow, and I'm going in another cell. But no,
Go Uncle Mort for the win.
That being inside those type of environments, whether it's the elimination chambers, whether it's cage matches, cell matches, nobody leaves those matches unchanged. Nobody.
You talk about being changed forever in them cage matches. I can testify that. Because one of the first cage matches I stepped in was against my partner, Mortarin. And that changed me to a whole new level. It made me hungry. It made me mean. It made me crazy.
I can say the same thing for my matches against Aiden. So, I mean, and when it comes to Sarah, like Kelly said, she's new to the business, but she's not new to wrestling. So I know she's ready for these types of environments. Now, whether or not she wins or loses remains to be said. But how she picks herself up after losing tomorrow, if that happens, that will be the true test of her character, I feel.
If I can interject, I know we're not bringing W into everything, but I have to bring up RAWF at one of their supercar. A bloody hell in a cell between myself and Got It. And I believe Vacant One may have tried to sell strips of the bloody mat too. So
definitely, but especially in this type of
We're
event.
not new.
And in this match particular, Atticus kind of brought the point of, how people respond after losing. There's going to be 3 losers. This is an elimination. So no matter who gets pinned or not, there's 3 losers. And how each of them respond will definitely be a testament to them. Sis, I see you out there in the chat. I do still have room in the booth. You can always call in and give your comments as well.
Yes, Wrestling Mama, please.
It would be nice to hear Wrestling Mama take on all this,
I might as well speak on Mama and Goddess too, because little known fact, Mama and Goddess both intergender wrestlers, 2 wrestlers I have actually had the pleasure of stepping in the ring with. So, Mama and Goddess, I want to say I have respect for you both, but of course, I have to be pulling for my sister or my wife to be the winner tomorrow. Now, that said, when it comes to the matchup, Kelly, you know what Mama and Goddess can bring to the ring. Sarah really doesn't. She's new to Sacrifice, and a lot of her matches, while she's fought many individuals in wrestling, Goddess and Wrestling Mama have been 2 of the individuals Sarah has not had the pleasure of stepping into the ring with.
That's going to change tomorrow.
Alrighty, Blaze. Not a problem there, brother. And as you see in the chat, and I'll go ahead and throw it out here right now. A little bit later today, leaning towards Death Wrestling, they're doing one of their super cards today. So be sure not to miss that. You want to go ahead and drop the time in there, Blaze? I want to say it's 4 Eastern, but I could be mistaken.
Can I comment on what Kelly just said?
Oh, definitely.
She
there we go. 4 p.m. Eastern.
Them, but they haven't faced her either.
It's a double-edged sword.
Sarah doesn't come right on in there, be the dark horse, and beat all 3 of you.
I've been in the ring with her.
I'm talking when you said Wrestling Mama and Goddess.
Shadow Press, welcome, brother.
Oh, Wrestling Mama and Goddess. I've been in multiple matches with those 2,
Kelly,
and I'm not exactly.
What's to say Sarah, who hasn't faced them, doesn't shock the world against one of them and wins the whole thing.
Oh, that was I have said that
too. So she hasn't faced.
Yeah, Atticus brought up that point.
But she's faced you. Who's to say Sarah won't walk out the winner? Because
I'm not going to just
faced her, and you have. But if you come in with not so much underestimating her, but maybe overlooking her because she is somebody you faced before, and maybe you would have the advantage because she doesn't know what they are about, she could just as easily.
Well, regardless of
complacency.
Welcome back, Matt Storm.
I'm not looking over.
If you want,
I'm not overlooking anybody. I'm not overlooking any, because I already know these 3 women I'm facing tomorrow could easily be the one down the line in my way when it comes to a title shot or an actual title defense if I end up getting a title on down the line. Tomorrow, I am not putting any of my opponents in my rearview mirror until I get through tomorrow at Sacrifest. I have been in the ring with all 3 of these ladies in the past, but that's in the rear view. We're talking about tomorrow. And yes, Sarah can shock the world. Not a problem.
like I said, to me though, it's
Oh, Blaze already calling it. Tomorrow
Yes, he
there'll be a
is.
new dominating duo champion. Blaze calling for him and Jinx to walk out the new champion.
Sure is.
I love Blaze. He got just big dreams and grand illusions.
Well, like Tiny and I were discussing earlier, because I of course go over all the records, and going over the records, the team that has had the most success against the Death Ride is the Steel City Committee.
Yep.
Out of anyone they have faced, the Steel City Committee has the most success. They just haven't been able to do it for the title. And Blaze is saying they're on the same page.
Well, the proof is in the pudding tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to sit down and watch that tag team match because you know me, Mordred. You know how I feel about tag team wrestling.
Oh yeah, and
And
I'm not getting anyone else calling in. I am going to get ready to wrap this up, so we're going to kind of go around the table here. Tiny, what is the most match you are looking forward to seeing tomorrow? And she's muted. Tiny, I think you just muted yourself.
I thought I was unmuted. Okay, whatever. The women's ones, for sure, because we all know that you have some of the badass bitches on the planet in your company. That being said, I think I'm really looking forward to Death Ride, but the one that I'm going to be paying to go see, and that's your team against the Dominion team, because that's a lot of on the line for that one. So yeah.
Jake, what match are you most looking forward to seeing?
Well, your match is a big thing, but you know me, I'm a tag team purist. My whole career has been based around tag teams. So I want to see how this tag team comes out with Steel City and the Death Ride,
Agreed.
I mean, I believe Blaze's crew has been to the edge of the top, but not to the top, And Death Ride, they kept a grip on them titles.
Yes, they do.
Oh boy.
They are the longest reigning champions of any division within company history.
So, I'm going to watch this match and see how it plays out. See if McCoy's crew can finally get to that pinnacle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But can Death Ride keep their grip on that tag team titles is what I'm looking at.
Drum Monkey.
Hey,
brother.
Drum.
Hey, Drum.
So, yeah, the tag team match is the one I'm keeping my eye on.
All right, Kelly. Other than your match, other than
my own match, I'd say right off the bat, it would be a tie between your match and my husband's international title match. Because one, ride or die when it's me and Atticus. That is going to be a big time because I know how important this is to Atticus. And your match, for sure, Uncle Mord, because family for the win.
Thank you. And Atticus.
All right, so I actually have two matches I'm looking forward to other than my match, and one of them is not your match, Mord, because as much as I know what's on the line, I'm not excited for what may or may not happen, and that's frankly not something I want to put my focus on at the moment. One of them is Cassie Madam Red versus Amber Young, and I will tell you why. And it circles back to another match, which is the other women's match. Cassie and Amber have both been proverbial thorns in the side of my family's career when it comes to being in that ring. They've had the best when it comes to facing Kelly and when it comes to facing Sarah, and it's an obstacle that I've long wanted my wife and my sister to overcome. And as everybody knows, a few weeks back, Sarah did pin Amber Young, albeit in a non-title match, and I know the opportunity that grants her down the line for beating a champion in this company. So that's something that she's not looking past, and I can guarantee you something as who's beaten champions before and gained opportunities, I don't look past either. So I know the mindset they're both in. So when it comes to these two matches, I can't exactly say who's going to win or lose, but it's something that I'm looking forward to, the opportunity that's potential for both individuals of my family.
Oh, definitely. Drum Monkey, if you want to call in, brother, I can extend a little bit longer for you since you just got here.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what Drum has to say on the match. So,
Well, tomorrow's going to be one hell of a card. It's going to be one hell of some matches out there, you know. And so much is at stake, and so much history is going to be made tomorrow. Just best of luck to everybody out there, and you know, just keep your eyes on the prize. But I'm going to go ahead and back out of this, Mordrin, and
all right, yeah, we are going to wrap it up. Not a problem at all there, Drum. Just wanted to make sure you had the same opportunity if you wanted it.
So I'll catch you on the flip side, Morden.
Not a problem. Thank you for being here, and we are going to wrap things up here.
Peace, brother.
Peace, brother. All right, so I've went ahead and removed the other people that were here. And again, thank you everyone for being here. Whether you were lurking, whether you left and came back, whether you're catching on the replay, thank you for checking out the product. I greatly appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, of course, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a message. If you're not a member of the Eternity Broadcasting family, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a moment of the action like tomorrow's huge show. And with, again, kind of peeling back that curtain with everything that happened through the Midwest region yesterday, definitely thoughts and prayers to everyone affected, whether directly or indirectly.
And thank you for all of your concerns, reaching out to either myself or Mordrin or Atticus or Azrael to make sure that we were okay. We appreciate that too, and we love you for that as well.
And now more than ever, I say this every show, but now more than ever, life does not have a restart button. There's no redos. And very rarely do we get a second chance. Make the most of it for yourself and for everyone around you. For every opportunity, and consider what the next one person is going through as well. Because we never know if that's going to be our last time. Again, thank you everybody for being here today, checking out the product. And the way we always send this off, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, fuckers.
Night.